When we think about getting healthy, our minds usually jump to complicated diets and intense workout routines, right? But what if I told you one of the most powerful healing tools is something you're doing right now, this very second? Today, we're talking about oxygen.
You know, it's a beautiful thought, isn't it? The idea that our body's amazing ability to repair itself is connected to something so fundamental, so simple. But what if you could take that simple breath and just amplify its healing power? Like turn up the volume on your body's recovery systems. Okay, let's get into how that works.
Think about it. Every single cell in your body, from your brain all the way down to your toes, is screaming for oxygen. It needs it to make energy, to repair itself when it gets damaged, and to calm down inflammation. When your body has plenty of oxygen, it's like your internal repair crew is fully staffed and ready to go. And that, right there, brings us to this really fascinating therapy that's designed to do exactly that. It's called Hyperbaric Oxygen Therapy, or you'll often hear it called HBOT. So what in the world is it? Well, it's pretty straightforward. You relax in a special chamber, and you breathe in pure oxygen. But here's the magic trick. It's all done under pressure. That pressure is the key, because it lets your body absorb way more oxygen than you could ever get just by breathing regular air. The whole process is actually incredibly simple. You get into the chamber, the pressure gently goes up, and you just breathe. That's it. But here's the really cool part. The pressure forces that oxygen to dissolve directly into your blood plasma. Normally, oxygen just hitches a ride on red blood cells, but this way, it floods your entire system, saturating everything in a way that's just impossible under normal conditions. And we're not just talking about one specific spot. This super oxygenated plasma goes everywhere. Deep into your cells, your tissues, your joints, your organs. It even crosses the blood-brain barrier to give your brain a boost. And that right there is the whole idea in a nutshell. You're not adding some weird foreign chemical. You're just giving your body a massive dose of the one thing it needs to do what it does best: heal itself. Okay, now this is super important. We need to talk about the two different worlds where HBOT is used. There's the official, established medical world, and then there's the rapidly growing wellness space. And they're not the same thing. Let's break this down. Over on the left, you've got the medically approved, FDA-cleared uses for some really serious stuff. Think carbon monoxide poisoning, severe infections, or the bends for scuba divers. These are life-saving applications. Then on the right, you have the wellness world. Now, these uses aren't FDA approved for these specific conditions, but people are using it for things like crushing brain fog, speeding up recovery after a workout, helping with skin repair, and even just for stress. It's the same principle, just applied differently. So, you might be wondering, okay, this sounds pretty intense. What does it actually feel like to be inside one of these things? Let's walk through it. First thing you should know, it's totally painless. Actually, most people say it's just the opposite of intense. It's incredibly relaxing. You're just lying there in a quiet, peaceful space. It's so common for people to just nap, listen to music, or maybe read a book. It's basically forced relaxation time. And you'll be in there for about 60 to 90 minutes. It's a nice chunk of time to just unplug and let your body do its thing. Of course, the next logical question is always about safety. You know, with any therapy, you gotta ask, are there risks? And the answer is, while it's generally very safe, it's definitely not for everyone. If you have certain lung conditions, problems with your ears or sinuses, or a high fever, you need to be cautious. And the bottom line, the absolute non-negotiable rule is this: always talk to your doctor first. Okay, this whole thing might sound pretty high-tech, like something you can only find in a fancy clinic. But what about doing it at home? Well, yeah, you can. There are now portable, soft-sided chambers that are becoming more and more popular. Now, they use lower, gentler pressures than the hard-shell ones in a medical setting, which makes them great for general wellness. And for the best results, people usually pair them with a whole healthy lifestyle. You know, a nutrient-rich diet, lots of water, that kind of thing. All right, we've covered a lot of ground, so let's boil it all down. What's the main thing to remember about hyperbaric oxygen therapy? This is probably the most important part. HBOT is not a magic bullet. It's not a cure-all. It's a tool, a really powerful one, that helps your body do the healing work it was already designed to do. It's all about creating the perfect internal environment for your body to thrive by improving circulation, getting more oxygen everywhere,
helping cells repair and balancing your nervous system. It's really just supporting your long-term health and well-being.
And that brings us full circle, right back to where we started. We live in a world that's full of stress and inflammation, things that literally rob our bodies of oxygen. A therapy like this is just a powerful reminder of a very simple truth. Sometimes, the greatest healing power is just optimizing what our bodies already do. So it leaves you with a final question to think about. As we're all out here searching for the next complicated biohack or miracle pill, could it be that one of the most powerful keys to healing has been with us the whole time, in something as simple as the very next breath you take?